What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. Yep, it's Marvel's week. Oh, man, we've been waiting on this one, haven't we? We've been waiting for this film to drop because this thing is going to tell us so much about where the MCU is at, where it's heading, how bad things really are for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This film is expected to absolutely flop, be one of the biggest box office bombs in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And yeah, we're going to be right here, front row seats for this thing. I'm covering this all weekend. But yeah, right now we got some early reviews dropping in, 59% on the tomato meter. And listen, I've been reading through some of these reviews, just kind of spot checking them. Yeah, it seems like a lot of these critics, they kind of gave it a little bit more up of a review than they should have. Like a lot of these critics are saying, man, it's all right, man, it's okay. But it's getting a positive review. Like, wait, hold up, time out. Why are you giving it a positive review if you just kind of saying it's very mid and it's very ordinary, it's kind of meaningless? Like, there's a lot of headlines, and we'll go through them in a minute. But there's a lot of these cats giving these kind of headlines for the Marvels, but they're giving it a positive review. And it's like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you giving it this great positive review if you're saying it's like that? Because Disney paid me to. Exactly. Disney slid them a little bit of that bread, okay? And they went ahead and said, yeah, let's go ahead and just bump that up to a tomato. Yep, pay up. All right, cool. We've already seen that these cats, these Rotten Tomatoes critics, are severely compromised. That's why you don't really pay attention to the tomato meter all that much. But we can kind of look at it and kind of get an idea of what other people may be thinking when they walk in and watch this movie. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out some of those early reviews. Yeah, so check out these headlines, man. This is on the New York Post, by the way, all right? Not some little Rudy Poo paper. The New York Post, the Marvels review, the worst MCU movie yet. Yikes. Now, this is on the Hollywood Reporter, and they're just talking about how, like, the critics are divided at this point. The Marvel divides movie critics, breezy fun versus abject misery. Can you imagine somebody calling an MCU film abject misery? Like, people are actually saying this about the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That's shocking, all right? That's shocking. This headline is from the Daily Beast. The Marvels is another fiasco in Marvel's road to ruin. Yeah, it's bad, man. The latest MCU misfire is the greatest hits of the studio's problem, aimless, shoddy filmmaking, bland, personality-free characters, and a stakes-free adventure. I mean, this is the stuff we've been saying, okay? The stuff we've all been saying, now the mainstream media has finally caught up to us. And this one's on Variety, the Marvels review. Brie Larson leads a trio of light force heroines in a skittery sequel loaded down with MCU baggage. The heroines bicker and bond in a scattershot movie that diminishes the power of Captain Marvel. What power did Captain Marvel ever have? This movie was absolutely the exact same thing, okay? A train wreck. But, again, I will give it a fair review, all right? I will get out of the theaters. I will give it my honest to God fair review. I'm not gonna, say I hated it when I actually thought it was good. And I won't say it's, great and it's good and it's worth watching when deep down I despised it. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on this thing. Something that a lot of these critics ain't doing. Again, we'll check those. From IndieWire, the Marvels review, even in its best moments, this scattered superhero sequel demands a total MCU reset. Then we got some positive ones, right? The Star Tribune. The Marvels skips along with zippy humor and lightness. The Marvels is a movie about female friendship, family, fangirling, and flirt kittens. Yeah, I'm not sure that's the selling point they think it is. And this one's on The Observer, the Marvels review. Thankfully, no superhero fatigue here. At under 2 hours, lighthearted in tone and skipping the long expository scenes in favor of fun, The Marvels is a refreshingly different than a lot of recent MCU fare. And then on this last one, they're calling it meaningless fun. This is GameSpot. Meaningless fun. Yeah, you're saying it's fun, all right? You're saying, oh yeah, this is fun, but you're also saying it's meaningless. Like, why would I go and watch this thing if it's meaningless? If this has no meaning to it whatsoever, what am I going to spend my money on this for? And this is one of the positive reviews. That's what I'm saying. They say, oh, yeah, it's fun. It's meaningless fun. Go have a good time. But it's like, it's not like that, all right? Ticket prices haven't gone down. They're going up. It's getting crazy out there to go and see a film. You know what? Let's check on AMC real quick. All right, so you guys know we've been checking on this every week, just seeing where the tickets are. Let's go to our advanced tickets. Oh, they bumped it up now. Okay. Del Amo 18, the 545 IMAX showing. All right, that's what we're checking. Let's see what the tickets look like. Yeah, look, plenty of tickets still available, okay? Plenty of tickets. They filled it in. It's a little bit more folks in here than it was the last time we checked. But still, it's going to be some walk-up traffic. And they ain't going to have to sit up here in these first two rows. They're going to be right up in the mix, right up in here. You know, you got some onesies in here in case people coming solo, sitting next to these two cats right here. Hey, what's up, y'all? Make some new friends. Hey, you got plenty of good seats all over the theater right now. So, yeah, and then look, if you want to go and get one, let's go ahead and select that theater, that ticket right there. Let's say we want to get old G4. Yeah, look at the adult ticket, man. $23.49 for one adult ticket to come to this thing. That's a lot of money to pay for meaningless, okay? That's my point. That's a lot of money to pay for meaningless fun. Hey, give me some meaning with this if you want me to show up. But yeah, this is the thing. And then, of course, if you take a date with you, now you're talking about $47. You're looking at $47 for two tickets. And, you know, then you got your popcorn down here and the drink. If your girl want, oh man, I want my own popcorn and my own drink. Damn. All right. That's another $20 for me and her. You damn near looking at about, you know, $80, $90 up in this. Why am I coming to pay this for meaningless? Man, this thing better be great. You know, that's the reason I think a lot of this stuff is starting to slow down. People don't want to go and spend this kind of money for trash, for slop. That it's not worth it. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out some of these other reviews and see what these other critics are saying. The Marvels is a rocky ride that feels crowded by MCU compromises, which undermines the star power of its cast and the talents of its director, Splat. Here we go. Fun, right? The Marvels is fun, fast, and an absolute delight. Aman Vellani steals every scene and is the future of the MCU. Man, that's a dark future if that's the future. I'm telling you right now. The Marvels might still carry the mess and underwhelming emotional punch of recent MCU releases, but undeniably brings fun to provide an overall enjoyable MCU feature. Fun is a word that they're going to keep bringing up. I guarantee it. The movie mostly works because director Nia DaCosta and her fellow writers Megan McDonald, Alessa Karasik, and Zeb Wells flaunt and embrace the absurdities that crop up throughout the feature. Look, this guy is like 2.5 out of 4. So, I mean, he's barely giving this thing a pass. Barely giving it a pass. And a lot of these are like that. Look, this cat is stretching his all the way out. Best out of 20, 12.5 out of 20. What kind of scoring system? I guess Australia, they do things a little different. Fitfully entertaining, but spectacularly forgettable. Again, meaningless. That's what I read when I see this. Meaningless. Meaningless crap. The Marvels is nowhere near enough of a Marvel to save Marvel. So then why are you giving it a splat? It's not worth it, okay? This extraordinarily untidy film was recalled for reshoots earlier in the year, and it shows. Poorly edited, difficult to follow. Oof. The Marvels is barely in a releasable state. Ouch. That's bad, man. Aman Vellani has this infectious optimism. The rest of the movie feels like an exercise in complacency and a testament to the fact that the MCU needs to take a break. Yeah, 100%. Hey, that's Jeremy Johns that said that. All right. We all know Jeremy Johns, good movie reviewer. The Marvels overcomes a shaky start, delighting Marvel fans with creativity, upbeat pacing, and character development. He gave it a B. It does feel like the filmmakers behind it have found the right mix of comedy, action, and drama. Add to that some genuine character growth and look and feel that strongly resembles Green Lantern. Ooh, he's comparing this to the Green Lantern. That Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern? Nah, bro, that's the wrong comparison, man. That tells me if that's your comparison, man, my expectations are already in the basement, so I don't know if it can be dropped any lower. Director DaCosta brings an effective, diverse team up that might help steady the franchise ship if only fans will embrace its silly, off-kilter take on the superhero universe. I doubt it, all right? You know, they're gearing me up basically to say that this thing's just going to be zany and goofy. It seems like it's supposed to be fun, but it's probably not telling a good narrative. It's just really disjointed. It's kind of all over the place. That's what I'm getting just by going through these initial, like, brief reviews. As tentpole entertainment, it feels inconsequential. So what do we hear? We heard meaningless. We heard forgettable. Now we're hearing inconsequential, if slightly diverting. To put it in corporate speak, it could have been an email. Ooh. Man, that tells me everything. But look, it could have been an email is definitely what you say when you try to put some big meeting together and you have this big production and you brought out the PowerPoint and everybody took time out of their day to go and sit up here and watch this thing. And everybody's walking out of that meeting like, man, this could have just been an email. You could have just emailed us this information. We didn't need to sit up in here, take time away from our jobs to sit up here and watch your stupid ass presentation. Yeah, this right here, this is huge, man. This tells me this thing is nothing. It's a nothing burger. See right here. This is what I'm talking about. The Marvels is a film that does 10 things wrong for every 3 things it gets perfectly right. But in the grand scheme of things, it still rather remains light and likable. He gave it a tomato. It's doing 10 things wrong for every 3 things it gets perfectly right. So this is like a hitter, right? It's like, in baseball, you can bat 300, you're doing good, It's like you only hitting 3 out of 10 balls, but you're doing great. That's what this thing is like. And I guess in baseball, that's acceptable. All right, cool. You're a 300 hitter. In Marvel, in film, audiences want better than 3 out of 10. This is absolutely sad. Man, boy. Filoni's Miss Marvel charms, but latest MCU disappointment serves better as a Disney Plus filler. I think a lot of people are going to just wait for this thing to hit Disney Plus. It's not going to make any money. All right, here we go with a top critic. Thankfully, the movie clocks in at a mere 105 minutes. The Marvels doesn't have much to say, but at least it says it quickly. Ouch. 1 out of 4. Yeah, man, look, this thing is going to be bad. This thing is going to be super bad. There are soaring highs fighting to break out from an overall cluttered movie with a sloppy plot that you'll struggle to care about, but what does work works incredibly well. Okay, again, this is what I'm talking about. Even the positive reviews, this chick gives it a 3 out of 5. Even the positive reviews, look what they're saying. An overall cluttered movie with a sloppy plot that you'll struggle to care about. So I'm not even going to care about this thing. It's been called meaningless. It's been called forgettable. It's been called inconsequential. Okay. So, hey, I'm coming into this with an open mind, but you guys already know this is where it's at right now with these reviews. These reviews sound terrible. And yeah, this is just the critics. Now, again, we don't pay attention to the critics. We're just kind of going through it and just kind of getting an idea of what to expect. But overall, yeah, this thing isn't going to do very well. I think this is going to be a humongous box office flop. And yeah, we're here for it, okay? Marvel, you get what you deserve. This is what you deserve right now. Anyway, folks, you guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.